If you ever try to meditate and felt your body tighten up instead of relax, your breath become shorter, or your mind starting to get even louder, or a subtle sense of alarm become active, this video is definitely for you. Because sometimes the issue is not that you're doing meditation wrong. It is that you're trying to go into stillness before your body actually feels ready for it. So when that happens, the answer is usually not to try harder. It is to start differently. A lot of people try to jump straight into the ideal meditation, sitting still, the eyes closed, going inward, and stay with whatever comes up. But for many people, that is not the best way to start the practice. Sometimes meditation feels harder than it needs to be because people try to jump into stillness before learning the basics of mindfulness. And those are not always the same thing. Mindfulness can help you stay connected in the present moment in a way that feels safer and more supported. That often needs to come first. If your body is already bracing, stillness can feel like too much. So instead of settling down, you might tense up more, think more, or feel the need to get out of the practice altogether. And that doesn't mean you failed. It usually means your nervous system needs a gentler entry point. So the goal at first is definitely not deep meditation. The goal is helping your body feel safe enough to stay here without getting too overwhelmed. So don't force long sits just because they sound more spiritual. Do not force your eyes closed, especially if that makes your body brace more. Do not force yourself to stay with sensations that already feel too intense. And definitely do not turn your practice into another place where you try to do it perfectly. Forcing stillness doesn't build trust. It often makes your body guard itself even more. If the practice feels too much, change form. That is not avoidance. That is skill. Think of it like teaching someone to float. You wouldn't throw them into deep water and tell them to relax. You would help them feel supported first. Practicing meditation can be similar to that. For many people, what helps first may not look exactly like the meditation image we're used to. It's a gentler kind of mindfulness. That might mean keeping your eyes open, keeping the gaze in the room or looking around the room before going inward, and maybe allowing the room to stay part of the practice, and maybe feeling the feet on the ground, or maybe holding on to something soft or steady, or maybe using slow walking instead of sitting still, or maybe keeping the practice short, or maybe resetting part of the attention on something outside of you that feels neutral or safe. Here is something important. Stop before overwhelm, not after. You don't need to wait until your body is flooded to end the practice. Soft and short is better than long and overwhelming. You can also keep it simple and check in by asking yourself, can I stay with one breath? Or can I feel my feet for 10 seconds? Or can I notice the room and stay here at the same time? That counts. This is still practice. The goal is not to force calm. The goal is to build enough safety that presence become possible. So the better question is not, how do I meditate the right way? It's, what helps my body feel safe enough to be here? That question changes everything, because for many people, they don't need more discipline. They need a way of practicing that their body can actually trust. And that's the work I do with clients, helping them know when to start with mindfulness, when to move into stillness, and how to build trust with the nervous system over time. When practice starts this way, it actually stops feeling like something you have to get through, and it starts becoming something that truly supports you. If this resonates, notice what happens in your body as you hear it. Not whether you agree, but whether there is a sense of relief, knowing you don't need to force stillness. In the next video, I'll talk about when mindfulness is actually helping and when it becomes another form of avoidance. For now, remember this: you don't need to force yourself into meditation. Sometimes the wiser way to begin is with a simple form of mindfulness that your body can trust. That is where the right practice begins.